Hashtag America's Got Talent. Something fresh in the world of big dance moves. Hey, at least she's moving. Let's just hope it's not only the last part doing the moving. But anyway, she's still a better dancer than me, hands down.
Hold on, friend. Catch a bubble. I'm speaking now. In case you didn't realize, I existed in the body before I ate the food, which is often the case for most people.
So it's nobody's fault again, neither yours nor the food you ate. So what is it then? Oh, right. Genetics. Never mind. Blame it on your ancestors. Cool, we're good now.
I have been fat since I was in second grade. I couldn't control what I ate when I was a child. That was my parents' job. And contrary to the thin belief that you can just change your body in 20 days by going to the gym and eating a carrot, that's not how that fucking works.
See? It's time to get real about childhood obesity. Anyway, if you stick to an extreme diet, like 1 carrot a day, and hit the gym hard, you're definitely going to drop a ton of weight. Whether that's healthy or not, well, that's a whole other discussion. But it works, despite what some folks want to believe. P.S. Don't actually do this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got 10,000 sit-ups to crush.
I have chosen to change my habits and my daily routine rather than focusing on the number on a scale, which I think, arguably, is a better option. Anyways, if you're so concerned about seeing a fat person normalize their existence, and I suggest you don't go outside.
I'm sitting here waiting for the day when all the fat people go outside at the same time and the earth tilts. Seriously, thanks, I'd better stay indoors.
In girl world, Halloween is the one night a year when a girl can dress like a total slut and no other girls can say anything about it.
I'm not sure if I'm horrified or turned on. It's a weird day. Thanks God somebody has locked her in the office.
Question, was I just fat phobed? Okay, I just got my hair cut for the first time in a long time, and there's a fantastic bakery that's close by, so I decided to go in and get a couple things, and I'm waiting in the line, and I'm waiting for the person to grab what I ordered, and then one of the other employees looks at me and goes, I really like your dress, where'd you get it? I was like, oh, it's from Target, it's fantastic. She's like, oh, it's perfect for this weather. I'm like, yeah, it's nice, it's thin, airy, perfect. Sorry. So I'm like, yeah, it's nice, it's thin, it's airy. I just got it a couple weeks ago from Target or whatever. They have other colors. She goes, oh, well, does it come in smaller sizes too? Ma'am, this is a 2XL. This is an XXL. It's straight sized. Also, I mean, okay, you could have just searched it up. You didn't have to ask me that. I don't say, hey, does that come in plus sizes? Because I'm a fatty. Ah.
Welcome to the cherry-picking Olympics, folks. Tell me you're hyperfixated without telling me you're hyperfixated. No, seriously. Open a window. I need some fresh air. Please, now! Wait, scratch that. Close the window. I can't focus after that last video.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
I guess she hasn't heard that men like a little mystery. It's like she's trying to hypnotize me into giving her a Cinnabon. Well, I'm not falling for it. God damn it, it's working.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
My favorite animal? Envious, narcissistic, fat people cranking out cringe content like it's their full-time job.
Being fat is actually very cool because you get to find out who people are very, very quickly. You find out if people are assholes and horrible people very quickly and very easily. No more are there moments of oh, I didn't know they were weird. I didn't know, they were mean. I didn't know they were gonna, be so judgy. We know. Immediately we know.
I'd like to take a moment to thank myself for being so delightfully shallow. Good job, me. It's the secret sauce that makes all this work.
Sure, there are outliers who obviously slip through and all that, but fat phobia is such a hard thing to unlearn for so many people. Even if they've unlearned other things, that it really shows you the amount of work that people have put into being compassionate, respectful, informed human beings. And it shows you right off the bat who is worth your time. Because people don't respect fat people enough to pretend with them. And they don't respect fat people enough to even give them the time of day in the first place. So you learn very, very quickly the type of person someone is, because they treat you pretty immediately, in most cases, how they see you.
But honestly, being fat is the worst. Your knees ache, you smell bad, and now there's this to deal with too.
I'm at the
I think I might be way too gay for this show. Seriously questioning all my life choices right now.
I'm home alone, so I can say this with the amount of chutzpah I think it deserves. I am sick of censoring skinny people's feelings about the body positivity movement when it was never made for them in the first place, and most of their body positivity stems from fucking fat phobia.
The only thing I'm hearing is, sorry, body positivity is now a me-exclusive club.
Most of their body positivity is, you're not fat, you're just this. You're not fat, you're just that. Don't worry, you're not actually fat. Okay, but what if you are? That little pouch in your stomach isn't fat, it just holds your uterus. Okay, what if it's also fat? So much of body positivity is, don't worry, you're not fat. Why are we still treating fatness like it's something to be afraid of? Why are we validating the people who think that they have a right to be afraid of being fat? The people who think like, oh, it looks good on you, I would just never want to be fat. And before anybody's like, what about the people with eating disorders? Part of recovering from an eating disorder is getting over your fear of being fat. And also, there are people who have eating disorders and are already fat. I am so sick of catering to skinny people's feelings when they never do the same.
Only fat people are allowed to have feelings. That's why I'm so angry all the time. I'm just kidding. I don't have feelings. If you're skinny, you just have to keep it to yourself. Hey, I'm not the one making the rules.
You know, sometimes you just gotta put your big girl pants on, tuck your shirt in. Who cares if your fupa's showing? Fucking rock that shit.
Fupa, fupa, fupa. Oh God, I'm a grown man. What have these TikToks done to me?
When it comes to my plus-size travel petition, people like to compare a person needing to buy additional plane seats to the concept of paying for overweight or additional luggage.
Why can't it be both? United Airlines, we'll throw your fat ass in the cargo hold.
But you need to understand something. Once you check your luggage, there is a human that has to handle that luggage and get it onto the plane. And did you also know that back injuries are very common for ramp agents at the airport? To lower that risk of back injury, strict standards have been set on how much that baggage can weigh. Also, let's be clear that luggage is an inanimate object, and people are sentient individuals with a right to a certain level of decency, respect, and safety. So stop comparing people to luggage.
It's hurtful and offensive to luggage.
A plus-size individual or tall individual or someone needing more space on a plane is not the same as someone wanting to bring an extra Gucci suitcase. Humans are not being carried by ramp agents who could potentially hurt their back. And we deserve space on a plane to be comfortable and safe. So stop saying that if someone is taller or they weigh more, that they deserve to pay more for the same experience getting from point A to point B. Because that's just not fair and it's not human decency.
I think I speak for everyone when I say, we belong under the seat in front of you. Or maybe in the overhead bin. You're welcome. At least now you can stretch out with all that extra space. Enjoy! Who needs a smaller waist when you've got huge serotonin levels? I'm not even sure what serotonin is, but I got abs.
I have a hot take to share that's not actually a hot take, but people will think it's a hot take because they're offended and or feel judged by it. Stop using the word obese or obesity, especially if you're talking about a fat person. But just in general, just don't use the word obese or obesity to talk about fat people or fat bodies, because we are not a disease. We are not scientific experiments. We are people. If you want to talk about a fat person, you can call them a fat person, a person of size, a plus size individual, etc.
From now on, please use the preferred term. God damn, look at that.
You do not have to use the word obese. It is not an accurate term to discuss human beings or their bodies.
Instead, use the medical term, chubby wubby. And also, Jabba the Hutt's just fine.
In addition, on the mid-size post, a couple folks said, well, I identify as mid-size because I'm not obese and I'm not skinny. And I think to me that's a red flag.
That's like a short guy introducing himself as not a midget. If you're not obese and not skinny, then you're not mid-sized. You're normal. I'd focus on the diabetes first, femininity second, but hey, you do you. I'm not even a girl, so preventing metabolic diseases is really my only priority.
I always think is interesting is when people are like, I'm not the same size I was in high school. Of course you're not. You were a literal child. Are you mad at your body for growing up? I think you need to set some more realistic standards. Like, you were just literally not done cooking. And you can't base your entire self-worth off of a half-baked piece of dough. You just simply cannot, my friend.
You need to take a good, hard look at yourself in the mirror and say, I am not a bagel. I'm a pizza man, and I know that. But enough about me. Let's talk about my cinnamon roll.
If this bothers you, just wait till I pull out the bikinis, honey.
What can I do to stop it? Is there a hotline I can call? Maybe we should start a petition to cancel bikini season altogether. The content we all deserve. On the bright side, it's already being called the best movie of the year. Whether you're an adult or an adorable baby penguin. And that's all for today, folks. Remember, if you can't handle the heat, just blame it on your ancestors, or better yet, TikTok trends. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and maybe eat a carrot. Or don't. I'm not your personal trainer. See you next time.